I consider every day that I work at NASA, I'm the luckiest person in the world. And the interesting thing is, I really never, planned my whole life out to be in the position I'm in now. The thing that brought me here was to be opportunistic, to take full advantage of the opportunities that come along, even if they happen to deviate you from your planned vision of the future or of your career, to just grab those random moments that might completely flip the direction of your life and career certainly has panned out for me. My name is Pamela Marcum. I'm the project scientist for the SOFIA program, and I work at NASA. Since the 5th grade, I have had an interest in really understanding, how the universe works. Later, I discovered that this field was the field of physics, and I've been interested in physics and astronomy ever since. Most of my childhood was spent growing up in the hills of Kentucky, actually. From there, I went to Florida and did my undergraduate work in space science and physics at the Florida Institute of Technology. And then after I was finished with my undergraduate degrees, I went to Wisconsin, the University of Wisconsin, to pursue my PhD in astronomy. After I graduated from Wisconsin with my PhD, one of the postdoc positions, in fact it was my #1 choice, was working at University of Virginia. One of the responsibilities of that position was to be part of the science team on ultraviolet imaging telescope. It turned out to be a very fulfilling position, and it really, I think, inspired me to want to get more involved in future NASA missions. SOFIA is a unique program. It's the only flying observatory that NASA has, and in fact, it's one of a kind in the whole world. If I could summarize my position, I would say that it provides science oversight and policy making as well. This is a facility that we hope the community is going to use for a long, long time, and we have to establish policies that will be good guidelines for the use of this wonderful observatory. Certainly the case is now, and perhaps for some time, unfortunately, that women do find themselves having to work really hard to prove themselves in what has traditionally been recognized as mostly a male-dominated field. But I would say overall, my experience has been one of openness. I've really enjoyed working with the teams that I've been involved in at NASA, and I have found a very open, receptive environment where you're not judged on your gender, but you're judged on your credentials and what you can actually do. There's probably 3 life lessons that I would provide to young people who are looking to pursue a career in the sciences. And one is to be absolutely obsessive about your goals. Don't allow challenges, which will inevitably come about, to prevent you from reaching your goal. And the other is to be opportunistic. Despite tedious planning, there will be opportunities that come along that might actually be a better direction for you than the direction you had planned on. And the last lesson would be to not be prideful, to accept advice or help along the way. I know that a lot of young people might think that asking for help is a sign of weakness. And I can tell you that I've learned from my own experience that the only way you get from point A to point B is through the guidance and advice of others.